Gibson with Veterans in Politics. As you can see, we are back down here at Family Court. We were observing today. There's a couple of cases that we have been following for quite some time, and both of them happen to have a hearing today. But before we went to those, I stopped in Judge Bailey's courtroom, and she had this one case. It's been going on for quite a while, and she did a great job, because sometimes this gets very frustrating for these judges, because sometimes these litigants, they don't do what they're supposed to do, and they have to keep coming back over and over again before the court. And sometimes, the judges get tired of hearing the same old thing and they don't see any action. But anyway, in this particular case, Judge Bailey did well, and I think she's got these people straightened out, and they're going to do what they need to do in order for this litigant to get her daughter back. But anyway, it was great being in her courtroom, and then after that, we jumped over to Judge Pickard's courtroom. That case, absolutely so difficult, so convoluted, so many parties involved. There'll be more on that because there's another hearing in a couple of weeks. But I could say a whole lot more. I may, down the road a little bit when we see how this really works out. But there are some very concerning things to me, in my opinion, in this particular case, when there are accusations of abuse, reportings of abuse. Those things, to me, need to be investigated, not glossed over, and really seen for what they are. And that one was difficult to watch. A lot of moving parts in that one. But that one is not settled yet. That's going to continue on. Same thing over in Judge Gibson's courtroom. Same thing. This case has gone on for a year. It is we're moving forward on it. So there was some good news there. There's a plan moving forward. I believe that reunification is going to be happening soon. And I see why some of these cases drag out for years, sometimes, because like today, there was nobody that made a commitment as far as a day and a deadline to work towards. So when you kind of, leave it out there to 30 to 45 days, every single day that these kids are not with the parents, it is painful. It is very painful for the parents that have to deal with not being with their children. So sometimes, just because of the way the system works, sometimes because of the prosecution, maybe sometimes because of the judge, these cases are not hurried up or have sense of urgency some of the times. That's what I have noticed and observed. But anyway, great job to the judges today. It was great to see everybody. Everybody was working hard, and Steve is here with me. He's going to come on because we are going to talk about Judge Mary Perry here for just a minute.
Hey folks, how you guys doing? Steve Sanderson here along with Stephanie Phillips. But I just wanted to re-emphasize on, I know you guys probably watched the interview we did with Mary Perry on the Veterans in Politics talk show. We've had many conversations with Judge Mary Perry regarding how she acted on the bench. And a lot of people don't know what was going on with Judge Perry. And I could sympathize with her after she explained everything to me and to us. For one, when she talks loud, she didn't realize that she had difficulty hearing sometimes, and because of that, she's going to get, or she has hearing aids from the VA, and she's going to get that squared away. She also lost her father and her sister. Her father was 80-something years old, and he got burnt up. He was burning some trash in Oklahoma.
Yeah, they passed away within 2 months of each other.
They passed away within 2 months of each other. The dad was burning some trash in, I believe it was Oklahoma and Arkansas, and he got burnt in front of him, and the burn was so bad it burned down to his bones, and a few weeks later he passed away. And then her sister passed away of cancer. So she had two deaths, two close family members that passed away. Also, she had double mastectomy. She had a double mastectomy. She lost both of her breasts due to cancer, and she had these medications that was suppressing her hormones. So that caused a lot of different ways somebody acts, and she wanted to leave the bench. She wanted to leave the bench, but you know, Judge Perry is a trooper. Judge Perry is a veteran. Judge Perry is the only United States veteran that's sitting on the Clark County District Court bench. A matter of fact, I believe Judge Perry is the only veteran in the 8th Judicial District Court. That says a lot. Judge Perry is an Air Force veteran. We have 339,000 veterans living in Nevada. Most of those veterans live right here in Southern Nevada in Clark County. A lot of those veterans have families that support veterans and that have friends that support veterans. Mary Perry is the only veteran. Not only is she the only veteran, Mary Perry is a cancer survivor. Mary Perry had tremendous grief in her family with the loss of her father and the loss of her sister within 30-day span, 2 month span. So you got to understand, she is not a quitter. She's back on the bench now. She's doing an awesome job, and she will continue to do an awesome job. And Mary Perry wants you, the voters, to put your faith in her, just like she put in her faith when she donned that uniform and was an Air Force veteran and was an airman in the United States Air Force. She will serve you better than she has served you before. She knows her mistakes. She has corrected them. And you know, folks, we all make mistakes. None of us live in glass houses. And these are not just a regular mistake. These are grieving in her family. This was cancer she had, and she overcome all of that because she wants to serve her country wearing that robe. And if you give her another 6 more years, you'll see a different Mary Perry, a cancer survivor Mary Perry, somebody that has grieving in her family and survived that. She's a veteran of the United States Air Force. She's a cancer survivor. Folks, take a look at this woman and then ask yourself something. What have you done in your life that puts you under tremendous stress and now you have overcome it? This is what Mary Perry has done. When her hormones were suppressed, that was very difficult for her. Very difficult for her. And now she has overcome all of that. And you want a judge that was in the trenches. You want a judge that was in the trenches and rise above all that. And that's what Mary Perry is. Now, we were beating Mary Perry up for years because we didn't know all these medical information. We didn't know all this personal information. And after sitting down with her a few times and bringing her on the talk show, we have learned so much about her. We have seen so much of what she has done in her life and so much agony that she has overcome. Now, with me saying that, and you know, I am very critical of our judicial bench. Very critical. I'm probably the most critical and outspoken person about the judicial bench going back for years. And I'm telling you that after I sat down with Judge Mary Perry on numerous occasions, I'm telling you, she's worth keeping on that bench. You want somebody that went through those trenches and overcome it. And that's exactly what Mary Perry has done.
Yeah, I just want to say, when we came out with the announcement that we were representing Judge Perry, people were contacting us and saying, what, you guys have gone after her. And you know what? We did. You did. I have. And we talked about those times where that judicial temperament was not where it needed to be. We weren't wrong in doing that. In calling her out, I believe that was the right thing to do.
It was.
Because that is holding the judicials and judges accountable. So that part, that is okay to do. Excuse me. And for her she called us, which I thought was amazing. After as much as we have gone after her, and we actually were going to run somebody against her.
Yes, we were.
But she reached out to us, and that takes a lot of courage for somebody to do that. Going out, calling somebody who's actually gone after you. And when we met with her, and then also her coming on the show, she was contrite. She was genuine. She was transparent. There was nothing off the table. And we asked, she said, ask me anything. She'll talk about anything. She talked about her personal life, her medical background, all of these things. And to me, when she came on, she laid it all out there. She apologized to the public, and she talked about the discipline, the things that she had complaints on. She was very honest and very open. And to me, that takes a certain kind of person to be that way, to admit it, to take accountability, to acknowledge it, and to apologize. And for her to come to us and to come on the show and all of that, I admired that. Even though that behavior, that's in the past, she has committed to the public and to the voters and to her litigants and everyone in her courtroom to have better temperament. And she's in a different place in her life medically, and she has gotten so much better. And so we just, we support her. We are going to represent her and fully and completely back her. And we hope that after you listen to this and see and read the article that we put out on Mary Perry, it's very insightful. Also watch the show and see for yourself and make your own decision. But we hope that you support her along with us.
And let me tell you something. In the 20 plus years that I've been doing this talk show on veterans and politics, in the 20 plus years, what I've noticed through some of these elected officials and judges, they have very, very thin skin. Very thin skin. You look at them funny, they don't want to come on the show. You like an article, or you put a wow on a RJ review post article, they automatically block you from Facebook. We don't need wimps like that on the bench. We need judges that have thick skin, that could face the voters no matter it's wrong, right, or indifferent. That's what we need. We need thick skin elected officials to represent we the people of this state. That's what we need. We don't need wimps on the bench. We don't need wimps in Congress. We don't need wimps in the Senate. Because let me tell you something. If you can't handle our endorsement interviews, if you can't handle our talk shows, if you can't handle us coming into your courtroom to court observe and put out exactly what we find, then you should not be a public servant. You should go home, be in your office, and play on your computer and leave the real business to people that could handle criticism, people that could handle sarcastic, people that could handle complaints and face them head on. And let me tell you something. That's exactly what Mary Perry did. We were extremely critical of her. She didn't know what we were going to say on that talk show. She didn't know what we were going to ask. And she was an open book. You know why? Because she said, Steve, Stephanie, I'm a public servant and I owe everything to the people of this state and the people of this country. That's exactly how she speaks. Until you get to really sit down and talk to her about different things, you're not going to know. And I'm so glad that we sat down and we talked to her on numerous occasions, and we brought her on the talk show and asked her really, really hard questions. These are the types of people you need wearing that robe. You don't need wimps. You don't need people that don't want to be in the public. You don't need people that don't want to face criticism. You don't need those. Because you need people that you could win the mind and the soul. And that's what you need. And that's exactly what Mary Perry did. She won the minds and the souls of us. Because after she explained to us how she survived cancer and lost her breasts, and after she explained to us how she lost two very close members of her family in a 2-month period, her father and her sister, and after she explained to us about the medication she was taking and her hearing aids, we could completely understand. Because you know what? We're all humans, but it takes a special human to face their critics. It takes a special human to stand up and say, you know what? I was wrong. I was wrong. I did this and I was wrong. I did that and I was wrong. Or whatever the case might be. And that's exactly what Mary Perry did. She's a stand-up judge. A stand-up judge. And I can't tell you how that means. That she being a stand-up person and very personal about it and very upfront about what happened to her. That way we could understand exactly how her mindset was. And that's all I got to say about that.
I think that pretty much sums it up. That it was a lively day down here at Family Court. We've been down here for a long time. And we'll be down here some more, as you all know. So we'll see you on the next go-around.
If you're a wimp, you have no business representing the people of this state. And I want to say 2026 is going to be an exciting year, and we're ready for it. We are so ready for 2026. We've been working on 2026 and 2024, and now we're almost at the end of 2025. 2026 is going to be an exciting year. You got all the district court seats that are up for grabs. You have a brand new seat in Henderson. You have 2 other seats in Henderson that are up. In the justice and the municipal court, you have seats that are up in North Las Vegas in the justice court. You have seats that are up in Las Vegas in the municipal and the justice court. You have a lot of seats that are up, a lot of seats out there, and we need litigants. We need candidates out there that could represent the people of the state of Nevada, in the 8th Judicial District and in the entire state of Nevada, especially Clark County, where we personally live. And that's what we need. And if you want us to represent you, go to VIPIconsultant.com. And let me tell you something. We're on hands. We're hands-on. We're in the courtroom. We're at the county commission. We're at the city council. And we don't go there when they're having a party. We go there when times are rough. We go there to listen. We go there to see. We go there to learn. We go there to see our elected representatives in action and to testify. And we have testified in Boulder City, Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, Las Vegas, Henderson. And we are not scared.
Sorry, we dropped y'all. We still live?
Yes,
Yeah,
and we...
Y'all fell out of the little hole.
And we are not scared.
That's funny. Anyway, sorry guys. We'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for listening to us. Thank you so much. And this is the first time we did the tripod. And as you can see, we need to do some clinks and dinks with it. But we want everybody out there to pay attention to these elected officials. However, judges are in bottom of the ballot. You guys need to know exactly who they are. Educate yourself on all these judges. Educate yourself. And if you don't know the judges, reach out to Stephanie Phillips and myself, and we will personally inform you about these judges and any elected official running for any seat within the state of Nevada. Thank you so much and have a good day. God bless.